Thursday, friends. Last week I went live and I shared with you some booty and core and pelvic floor exercises. And today I'm going to show you 6 more that are a little bit elevated. So they're not as hard, or they're not hard, but they are off the floor where we were yesterday, or last week rather. All right, so we're going to get started on our hands and knees. And every time you start on your hands and knees, I want you to take in a deep breath. And as you exhale, pull your core in, pull that zipper up from your pelvic floor all the way up into your core, and tighten that up so it's braced and engaged. So we're going to start with a dirty dog. My hands are under my shoulders, my knees are under my hips, and I'm just going to bring my leg out to the side, just like this. So it's a quadruped on your all fours, and then you're just lifting and lowering. And I want you to try and keep your hips squared towards the floor. So as we're coming up and down, my hips are staying squared, and I'm holding here. We're going to go 2 more here. All right, and let's go ahead and switch sides. So just flip it on over. Same thing, same positioning, and we lift and lower. So you're imagining that you're a dog using a fire hydrant as its restroom, right? Just lift and lower. Again, I'm keeping my hips squared to the floor. Abs are engaged. Last one, and relax. So the tricky thing with abs, you guys, is when you're on your all fours like that, your belly wants to just kind of pooch out, right? So if we can take our time to take in that nice deep breath and exhale and engage that core, then we'll be a lot more supported in our low back as well. And if you feel at any time during the move that you feel that pooch coming back out again, that droop, then just pause for a second, take a nice deep breath, exhale it out, and as you exhale out, you re-engage. All right, so for our core, we're gonna go on our side plank. You're gonna go forearm, and you can go knee on the ground. My shoulder is going right over my elbow, and I can hold here with my knee on my ground. Now, the thing I want you to think about here is that your hips don't sink to the ground. They pop up, lifting high to the sky, like there's a string attached to the ceiling that you're holding here. The second version of that would be just to lift up your leg and hold, or if you're feeling extra ambitious, you can go staggered feet and hold up like this. So we're just gonna hold for a count here. And again, keeping those hips up to the sky, nice and high. You can bring your hand up, you can keep your hand on your waist, whatever feels right for you today. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. We're gonna switch over to the other side. I put a bench here because I'm using it later, so I have to negotiate around there right now. All right, so we're gonna lift up again. Shoulder and elbow are in a straight line. My hips are lifting up to the sky. There's that string that's pulling them up. You can be on your knee, you can lift that top leg, or you can be on your both feet instead of your knee. Whatever feels right. I want you guys to keep this engaged, right? So you're working on your breathing, keeping it nice and tight, so it's not drooping out, keeping that engaged, keeping that pelvic floor engaged as well. Keep breathing. Looking good. Hold it here for another 10. Kick those hips up. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. We're going back onto all fours. This time we're going to do a little kick, like a scorpion kick or a donkey kick. So you're going to bring your leg up, and you're going to point your toe. And I just want you to kick up and down. So it's a nice little pulse. Now the trick here, again, we're engaging that core, keeping that breath together. I don't want you to start arching so you feel it in your low back. I want it to stay in your glutes, okay? So that means maybe you don't go as high. Because if you're coming all the way up like this, then you start to feel it in that low back. So keep it engaged, keep your core engaged, and keep your leg moving until only you can feel it in your glutes. Those bones of steel, right? 2 more here. Awesome job. Let's switch it over to the other side. You guys are looking good today. All right, and here we go. Abs engaged. And we're lifting up and lowering. So just a nice little pulse, maybe a little bit bigger than a pulse. But again, I'm not overextending because I'm trying to keep my core engaged, my back nice and flat, and my glute is the one that's doing all the work. Awesome job, you guys. Keep breathing, keep going. You got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, so for our core now, you can take any weight that you have. You can take water bottles, a canned soup, whatever you have on hand. This is just a medicine ball, it's 4 pounds. Yeah, it's 4 pounds. And you're gonna be kneeling. You're gonna take your weight, have it right at your chest. Take in a nice deep breath. Exhale, zip up that pelvic floor and those abs. And then you're gonna extend and hold. So I'm just holding my weight right at my chest height. And I'm holding it here. And it's gonna want to drop to one side or the other or drop down. My arms might get a little bit tired. But the whole point here is to keep that ball right at your chest height. And that's where your core is engaging right here. So I can feel it all the way around my back a little bit. I can feel it right in my abs. My pelvic floor is tight and engaged. And I'm holding, feeling a great ab work here. So it's a resisted rotation essentially, but I'm just holding it right out in front of me and I'm doing a lot of work in that core. Some of it is pretty deep, so you might not feel it like you would if you were to do a lot of crunches or a long ab hold plank or a plank hold, but it is a deep ab work, so you will start to feel it eventually, I promise. We're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, our last 2 exercises are going to require a bench. So the first one, or a chair, you can get a chair. I'm just gonna put my hand on the bench. I'm gonna be kneeling, and I'm gonna bring my leg out to the side, and I'm just gonna lift and lower. So my hand on the bench is just for support. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on it. I'm just leaning here, and I'm going up and down, just like this. So I'm feeling this in my glute. I'm also feeling it a little bit in my core here because I'm using my core to help lift, but I'm also using my glute to extend it out and lift. And that hold is where my glutes are getting a lot of work done. So this is gonna get the outer part of your buns, your glute med, which is a stabilizing muscle. And we're just gonna hold here. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. You should feel that a little bit, right? We're gonna flip over to the other side. Same positioning, light on my hand, and here we go, lift and lower. This is my best side, right? Keep breathing. Keep that glute working right here. Give me 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, we're gonna stay here, and this time we're gonna get a little ab work. So I'm gonna bring my hand over, same positioning as I did with my legs before. You can come onto your forearm if that feels better on your wrist, whatever feels right for you. You're gonna extend both arm, both leg, and then crunch together. Extend and crunch. Extend and crunch. Nice job. If this is bothering your knee that's on the ground, just get a towel, put it right under your knee, fold it up a couple times to give you a little bit more support. Or if you want, you can stand up and you can lean on something a little bit taller, maybe like a dresser or your kitchen table, and get that same movement there. 2 more. Last one. Give me a hold here for 3, 2, 1. So you can feel that core crunching to the side. You can also feel this side working to stabilize. We're gonna flip over to the last side. So I'm extending both arm and leg, and I crunch. Exhale as I bring my knee to my elbow. Last one, and hold for 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome job, you guys. That was your core, pelvic floor, and booty challenge. 6 exercises. You do about 10 to 15 on each side and really feel that burn in your glutes. Have a great day, you guys.